Hi guys, my name's Marissa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I decluttered part of my kitchen. You can probably tell by my voice that it's a little bit raspy, and with all of the concern about the coronavirus, I decided that instead of going out and having our standard weekend, that I would be courteous of others and stay home and tackle this project. This is an area in my house that has been pretty neglected. I'm good about having a weekly and even a daily cleaning routine, but areas where you can just sort of shut the door, other people don't see it, can easily get neglected. Once I get everything out of the cabinet, I'm just gonna go ahead and vacuum it out and then wipe it down with this Mrs. Meyer's cleaner. I went ahead and sorted through everything, deciding what I want to keep and what I want to throw away, what was expired, what was a kitchen appliance that I would no longer use anymore, was broken, discarded all of that. Now I'm going to put what's left back into the cabinet. I have several of these clear plastic containers that I picked up at HomeGoods. I just use them to store dry goods. You can see I'm keeping rice in one. And I'm gonna put some of this dry cereal. I'm gonna leave it in the bags because these lids don't have a great seal for something that I would worry about getting stale. Here's what our cabinet looks like when it's done. I'm just gonna use this for overflow items as well as oils and alcohol. I'm also going to keep drink accessories in here. So I've got my coffee pot accessories, my filters, and then these make ice cubes for whiskey. You're gonna see a lot of these cabinets have these child-proof locks on them. My toddler knows how to open these now, so they're not really serving any function other than just creating a roadblock for the adults to get into these cabinets. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. He's old enough now where he's not getting into these anymore. I don't have to worry about him messing with things in the cabinets. He understands now what he's allowed to touch and what he's not. So I don't think that this will be a safety concern to take these off, especially since he can open them anyway. This cabinet's completely out of control. I keep all of my extra kitchen appliances in here. Not all of. I keep some of my extra kitchen appliances in here. And some of them I haven't used in years, so I don't really know why I'm hanging on to them and allowing them to take up space in my home. So I'm gonna just take everything out here and kind of sort through what I need and what I don't need. My kitchen knives are in this drawer. When my youngest son was a baby, he would move furniture, he would climb up my counter, and he would get into these knives. Obviously, that's a huge safety concern, so we had to take them off the countertop and start storing them in here. He's old enough now that he knows not to do that. He also can open these safety tabs, so they're not really serving a whole lot of purpose. I think I'm gonna keep the knives in here just because I don't like a bunch of stuff on my countertop anyway, but that is why my kitchen knives are in a cabinet. This is a steamer I use to make baby food when my kids are little. I don't really think that I need this anymore. If I wanted to steam something, I have other appliances that would be able to do that, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm kind of on the fence about this mandolin. I like owning a mandolin, but they really freak me out, so I don't use it very often. I have used it to make pickles, and I've used it to make potato chips before, so I think I'm gonna keep it, but if the next time I go through here, I find that I still haven't used that recently, I might get rid of it. I have 2 food processors. I have a mini food processor that I got when I didn't want to spend the money to splurge on a full size. They're both KitchenAid. I like both of them, and I do occasionally use this small food processor, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep both. I also have an immersion blender. This is another thing that I use it occasionally. I have a Vitamix, so if I really wanted to puree soups, I could just use that. But it doesn't take up a ton of space, so I don't know if it's really worth getting rid of it. That's probably another item that I'll hang on to again this time, but if I haven't used it by the next time I clean out my cabinets, it'll probably go. Salad spinner is definitely going. This thing takes up a ton of space, and if I want to wash lettuce, I just rinse it off and lay it out on a towel. I don't find that I ever want to pull this whole thing out and spin dry lettuce, so I'm definitely getting rid of that. And here are additional mandolin blades. Since I'm keeping the mandolin, I'll keep these for now. These are more parts to my steamer, so those are gonna go. This is to make rice in the steamer. Since I have all the parts to that, I'm just gonna donate it. Random paper plates. This is another thing I'll be getting rid of. I have a juicer, just a little handheld juicer, so I don't find that I ever take the time to pull this out, plug it in, and juice fruit. I used to make homemade lemonade, but I don't anymore, and I'm just not. If I want a new one, I'll invest in a better one later. This goes to my immersion blender, and then just a random Ziploc bag. I got rid of most of the items that were in here, so now I have an entire shelf of new items that I can add, or more likely when I clean out other areas of my kitchen, I will relocate them here. My food processor, large and small, I kept. In the back, I've got my mandolin and my immersion blender, and then my kitchen knives. I don't love these knives. If you have a recommendation of a knife set that you have and like, comment it down below. This is for some of my bakeware and my pots, pans, and mixing bowls. Here is what the inside of this cabinet looks like. I tried to categorize things based on the likelihood of me using them, or rather the frequency of me using them. So I've got my bowl for my KitchenAid mixer, cast iron skillet, this little mesh thing I got at IKEA, and I put it over the fry pan anytime I'm sauteing something. This is just my pots and my fry pans, some mixing bowls, and some plastic storage containers. These freeze really well, so I will use them if I've made too much soup or if I've made a bone broth. I'll freeze them in these containers. In the back, those glass bowls I use to store produce on my countertop. Down here, I've got my cake pan. I use this if I'm making a tiered dessert, but these aren't used very often, which is why I've stored them in the back. I have 2 pizza stones. Additional glass mixing bowls, strainers, muffin pans, and Pyrex baking dishes are back here. And in the far, far back, I have some chafing dishes. While I'm removing these final child safety tabs, I'm going to explain what my goal is by getting everything cleaned out. Before I had my last child, I was very good about doing zone cleaning. It's a concept that I heard of through flylady.com. Basically, she breaks her house into different zones, and then they're on a cleaning rotation. So It's more of the deep cleaning items. You don't wipe out your cabinets. Well, I guess I don't wipe out my cabinets weekly. But it does need to happen from time to time, clearly. You can see these have gotten disgusting and completely out of control because I haven't been wiping them out regularly. When you do zone cleaning, you don't even have to think about it. You just know that every 8 weeks, you're gonna be in the kitchen wiping out your cabinets. And then your next zone might be your bathrooms, and then you're gonna be doing some deeper cleaning things there, like cleaning underneath the cabinetry and wiping out the drawers in the bathroom, making sure that you're doing a really good job of disinfecting the floor. Those types of things are happening on an 8-week rotation, so that some of those items that in your day-to-day cleaning you just don't get to are still happening. I have gotten out of the routine, but I would like to get back into it. I stopped probably 2 years ago when I had my youngest son, and my house is starting to show. So we're going to do a reset, I'm basically going through, it's taking longer than a week, but I'm trying to go through the different zones, starting in the kitchen, and get them cleaned and reset so that I can start doing my zone cleaning rotation again. I'll make additional videos on that once we're through this decluttering phase. I'll make sure and film videos about what the actual zone cleaning looks like and how that process works. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out of this cabinet, sort through it, figure out what I want and what I don't want, and then vacuum it out, clean it out, and put it all back. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Here is what this cabinet looks like when we're done. I pulled out the rug that was in here because it was stained, and I will just go buy a new one. I categorized my cleaning products and stored them in these little bins. I keep extra grocery bags over here. I'll reuse these and take them to my store or use them to transport items. I've got some carpet cleaning items in the back, and then just some flower vases and our garbage can. Here is what this cabinet looks like when I'm done. The only thing that I kept in here is my toaster, my Dutch oven, and my KitchenAid mixer. I do not like to keep my toaster on the countertop, so I just pull it out every morning and then wait for it to cool down and put it back into this cabinet. That concludes our video for today. If you found this video motivating and you declutter a space in your kitchen, tag me on Instagram at Homemaking with Marissa. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notifications. Bye! Are you making fun of me, buddy? Do you want some cereal? What is that called? With like the little dolls. What is that called? Not corralling. What is that? Where you put biggest to smallest. Literally had to call my mother to find out what that's called. Nesting. I nested my pots and my bowls so that they would be stacked largest to smallest. Look at it sparkle. All of my like pots and pans together. So, can you stop sneezing in my ear, please? Thank you, sir. Yes, I will get you an apple. Yes, you can have an apple.